Everybody, just want to do an update for today regarding Torchlight. So, Torchlight, as I kind of expected, it was going to drop after hours. We could see yesterday after hours it was down to 650, and I was thinking this probably will drop some more, but won't go any lower than five. I was wrong. It went a little bit below five, went to 463, but it did dip to five. So hopefully you made the right choice and you bought the dip. Um, will it drop some more tomorrow? It could drop some more tomorrow. Could go to four. Could go to three. But I think the important thing about the stock is the cutoff for the dividend was on the 22nd. So all the shares uh, that were bought before that date, before the 23rd, uh, will be uh, they will qualify to receive the dividend, and as long as you hold until that dividend is released. So I do have a few shares that qualify for that, but most of my shares, which I bought today, do not qualify for that. And the reason why I bought into the stock is not because of the dividend. It's I'm much more big picture than that. It's about again the meta material, that company that is basically using Torchlight as a shell company to be traded publicly. So all the shares that are bought between pretty much tomorrow is the cutoff date. So if you buy shares of Torchlight tomorrow, that is the last day. As far as I know, tomorrow is the last day to qualify for the one for one exchange. So when the merger is finalized, or when the deal is finalized, however you want to call it, you will get one metamaterial stock for your one stock of Torchlight. So that's why I bought into it because, again, the potential of metamaterial is pretty much the reason. That's why I bought into it. I wanted to also do this video because a lot of channels, especially excuse me, stock related channels, will do a video at a time when stocks are just going crazy. So let's say someone picks a stock like Clover, and Clover was down $7, and then goes up to 20. So they'll do a video saying, hey, look, I was right. Look, I was right. They want to make themselves look good. Me, on the other hand, I'm not doing this video to make myself look good. Obviously, it dropped almost 30% today on top of what had happened yesterday, where it dropped, I think, about 30% as well. So in total, about 60% from where it was at the previous high of, I think, almost $11. And now we're down at just at under five. So again, if you don't know this company, please watch my previous video where I reference another video. So it's like a chain of videos you have to watch, but essentially just watch that one video by the Alpha Stock channel there, talking about the connection between Tesla and meta material. It's very important you watch that. Um, so I'm just looking at the chart right now. I looked at the support and it was very clear to me that the support was around $5. And we can see, well, we'll see tomorrow if it stands true. If it breaks support, then it might go down to, I'm thinking three, the low is three. I don't think it's going below three tomorrow if it does dip. However, if more people wake up to what this company is doing, I'm talking about metamaterial, not Torchlight, where um, if you thought $11 or $10 was the best, you're in for a surprise because the best is yet to come. The stock is going to go. Now, I hate to say numbers, but minimum, I'm thinking 20 for metamaterial. And if we're looking at the potential working relationship with Tesla, again, it's speculation and it's dangerous to do that, but I'm going to do it because we have to look at the potential scenarios. Plan A is just metamaterial on their own as a stock, independent from Tesla. You don't have to. We shouldn't be depending on that. We should just look at the company just as they are foundationally. What do they do? Is it something that's needed? Uh, where are they based? They're based in America. Do they know what they're doing? Are they competent? Do they have a history of success? How stable is this company in terms of financials? And is their product, does it work? Is it needed? And does it work? So there's a lot of questions that need to be answered, and I feel that this is going to be answered. We have a very competent CEO uh, in terms of metamaterial, and the founder of that same company, I believe, is still with them. They haven't left, which is a very good sign. And that's all in the video that I referenced in my previous video. But I just wanted to not so much own up to the stock, but be a sort of voice of reason of what has happened in the past, this trading day. I don't do, I mean, I have done live streams during market hours. That's a very bad idea because the market is so volatile and we should not be trading based on volatility and especially emotional volatility. That's why I find the strategy to be much more effective where you take a look very calmly. And I guess that's, if you want to summarize this channel, it's just calm. You got to be calm in the storm of the stock market and take a take a look at what has been done, what has been, what has completed, I guess what has run its course throughout the day. Look at survey the wreckage, or not even the wreckage, but survey what has come to pass, and you're just analyzing because I mean, after hours, there's only so much that can be done. Um, yeah, stocks do move after hours, but much of the volatility is during, 9 to 4, 9:30 to 4. So you're better served to not do a live stream during market hours. I'm not here for views. I'm not here for all that, subscriptions. Not that I don't want those things, but that's not the main goal of this channel. The main goal is just to help people. And if people like and subscribe along the way, that's fine. If they don't, that's also fine. But if you are one of those who stumbled upon this channel and you're looking for somebody who's not trying to sensationalize the stock market, I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to bring some reason into this all. And again, my focus is really on long-term investing. So today, I should say earlier today, was that even yesterday? Okay, earlier, both my orders filled. I had an order for Torchlight, and again, my price point was $5. I said this will probably go to $5. I don't see it going too far below that, but it did go a little bit below, not crazy low, like $3 or even $1. Uh, it's showing strong support. I believe we're going to see strong support from this point on. We could see a big rebound, but time will tell. So yeah, my order did fill, and I proved myself that, at least I proved it to myself personally, that it's better to wait because yeah, there was a temptation. I have to admit, when I saw the opening price at 592, and I'm going, should I buy at this price? Will it go up? And I said, let's just wait it out. Let's wait it out. And it dropped all the way down to about 5. It was fluctuating to 518 and then went up again, 536, and was kind of doing a yo-yo thing. It eventually went down to 472. It met my price point at that point on the way down, and then started to go up. Went to 530, and the volume today was 136 million, so that was good. Um, so this stock, again, it's not so much. Yeah, a lot of the trading is it's like a leap of faith. But when you do your research, when you do your due diligence, and a lot of times when you have experience looking at different trends in pretty much the world. I mean, I've been watching trends for a long time. Uh, start with Apple with their iPod and with their iPhone. Uh, I mean, you can just kind of take the pulse of what's going on in the world. So, I mean, that was one of those. Netflix is another one. Nintendo with their Wii. You have Beyond Meat. And then just looking at things from a bigger picture, crypto with Bitcoin. And more recently with a lot of biotech companies from pretty much in the year 20, the big boom, looking for diagnostic companies and vaccine companies and treatment companies regarding the plague there. And now, not that we're seeing a shift, but we're seeing a because it's been in the background in terms of EV, electronic or electric vehicles. That's been something that has been in the works for a long time, and Tesla has really spearheaded that whole movement. And we're really starting to see that trend. Although I would say it's in its infancy, even though Tesla is a very, it's a leader in that sector. But we still have a lot of companies that have not uh, really released their cars. I'm not talking about Ford. I'm not talking about Toyota. I'm talking about companies that exclusively do electric vehicles, such as Lucid Motors, for example. And then you have, the Asian versions, which is Neo and all that, which I'm not very bullish on. I believe American automobiles are more superior, and their technology is just better. And also, it's China. I mean, you're really going to buy a Chinese electric vehicle. I'd rather go with a Japanese electric vehicle. Just personal preference and just looking at quality assurance, quality control. So I'm going to also talk about, so I talked about Torchlight. Take a quick look at Wish because that is a stock that getting a lot of attention. Just going to take a quick look. I'm not so bullish on this because I think the price is too high. Well, not too high, but I just feel like fundamentally this company is not that great. Yeah, there could be a short squeeze, but I want to make sure that it's a company that I believe in and it's a product that I really see that there's a great demand for. I just don't feel that, and I could be wrong, but I'm just not feeling the stock. I'm not very bullish on this. I would be if it was a bit cheaper. I feel like this stock is out of reach at the price it is, $13, over $13. I would prefer to get it at below 10. Below 10 is a good one. It's a good price point. Maybe even $7, 7 to 8. But I wouldn't buy this below over 10, over $10. Wish this gets too much attention and it's just unmerited. It's unmerited attention. And look at the volume, 143 million. So there's a lot of volume coming into this, but it's just I feel like it's being shorted incredibly. So I had two orders being filled. So I'm going to talk about the second order. Uh, Obviously, was Torchlight. So I am an investor, full disclosure. I am a shareholder. I've owned shares since it was $2. So I bought it at 2 and I bought some at $5 today. So I averaged up. It's not something I like to do, but again, because of the potential of the stock and what's going on with the merger, that's very time sensitive. If you look at what is this stock? I'm not even looking at the right stock. I'm looking for Coinbase. That is not the stock that where I filled my order, but I'm just going to take a look at that because we're seeing a rally in terms of Bitcoin. And so it's reacting somewhat. It did go up from 212 to 226. I think it peaked at 230, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it did. Okay. But the other stock that where I put an order in, I was going to initially go all in on Torchlight. Uh, Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, we'll see how it works out. But as I put in my order for that and it was filled, when I started thinking a little more, and sometimes I overthink things, but when I started to think about if it drops some more tomorrow, I'll buy some more. So I was thinking I'll buy some more if it dips even greater, so I can try to average down somewhat. However, my other order was filled before I could do that. And I was pleasantly surprised because I didn't think it would drop to that level. So it did drop. The stock in question is called Canaan. That is the Chinese crypto company that produces Bitcoin mining machines. So I did get that at the dip. I just had a price. I just thought, let's get a cute number like 777. And I was able to get some. After hours, it's up almost $8 to now. So uh, this is a long term play. Both are long term plays. Just going to look at this chart just really quick before I talk about exit strategies for these two. So when I look at this chart for Canaan, if you look at it yourself, you'll see anything below $8 is a really good buy. And this stock pretty much goes to 14 pretty regularly, to 10 pretty regularly. But I'm really looking for more momentum to be over $20 and possibly breaking $40. It was at 39 at the highest in the 52 week. And because it is crypto related and crypto is very bullish for the future, especially once it keeps breaking historical highs. Uh, if it does get to, or I should say, when Bitcoin gets to 100K per Bitcoin, a lot of these stocks, Canaan, SOS, Coinbase, are going to see uh, growth proportionate to the price of Bitcoin. So Canaan will not be at $7 at that point. Most likely will be closer to $50. Could be even $100. I don't know. There's a lot of potential for this stock. I'm just going to look. Yeah, so I think it's a safe bet to sell this at 20. I think I said this in another video, 20 to 40. So if you buy it below 8 and you're selling at 20 to 40, and most likely will be met within the next 6 months to 12 months, that's a really good investment you made. You've done good for yourself. Um, and in terms of Torchlight, well, we saw it go to almost $11, but that is just a sneak preview. That's only a sneak preview of what's to come. Uh, the merger has not been finalized yet. They haven't liquidated their assets yet. And number three, we haven't really seen their technology being um, applied to the sectors in which there's potential for it to be used: military, automotive, and many other industries. So once that occurs, and that's again a long term, and I'm saying at least a year, maybe 5, maybe even 10, who knows where the stock will be, but I'm going to estimate. And this is what I do. Not a lot of channels will do this, but I'm going to estimate that the price might end up around per share. Right now, yeah, I know it's below $5, but again, this is not taking into account everything that's going on for this company behind the scenes and on the drawing board and in the production line and what their technology can do, potential deals, but even independent of that, they're a good company. So I'm going to estimate at least $20, the very low end. And at the highest end, if there's such a thing, you're looking at triple figures, $100 and up. But I'm not going to be too ambitious. I'm going to say $50 per share. And it's not going to be known as Torchlight. It's going to be known as Meta Materials on the NASDAQ, on the stock exchange. It'll have a different symbol, and people will know this company. They will start to gain a lot of, not notoriety, but a lot of a great reputation. And they're going to be in the news way more and more prominent, especially potentially with their deals with Tesla and other companies. So that's all I have to say about that. Metamaterial, you know, it's Torchlight. I call this video Torchlight, but a lot of people don't understand it's really meta material. So if Elon Musk, rewind a long time ago, if he didn't have a company called Tesla and he just decided to buy a company, a shell company, and it just was called, Lantern. You're like, oh, what is Lantern? But then it turns out it's Tesla. You're going, oh, okay, what's Tesla? Well, it takes time to, R&D. It takes time to uh, prove to people your product and to prove to people why it's needed, to show how it will change your life, how it will affect your life. And yeah, I think that's all I have for this video. So I just wanted to uh, explain what's going on with the stock. Um, Time will tell. We're right in the middle of. People are saying it's volatile because it's a penny stock. Um, I mean, that's a very short-sighted way to look at the stock. I'm not saying it's realistic. I'm not saying it's not realistic, but it's easy to put down a stock and talk about it when it's down almost 30%. But it's so easy to look good and look like you know what you're doing and look more competent when your stock is 100% and over and it's doing gangbusters. So I'm not here to just explain what happened today. It's more looking at the big picture and whether you decide to buy it, whether you already bought it and you decide to sell it. It's up to you. Really shouldn't listen to people on YouTube as to what you should do. You do what you want to do, but you should make an informed decision and do your research and you prove things to prove whatever is being presented. Um, it's an important lesson in life in general. So I don't know what else to say about this, but I'm very bullish on these two stocks. Doesn't seem like it because I'm not talking very loud, but trying to keep the volume down. I don't want to wake up people. And yeah, I really enjoy looking at the stock market. Um, I'm a numbers guy. I also like trends. It's kind of like a match made in heaven. You got trends, you got numbers, you have money involved, you've got so many different companies in different sectors. It's not just automotive, it's like retail, it's biotech, it's everything. It's literally everything that can be, publicly sold and traded and is a business or is some kind of, entertainment or whatever it is. It could be commodities. It's just such a interesting aspect of life that really didn't exist until I don't know the last 100, 200 years. I don't know how long we've been trading, but yeah, it's very good. But a lot of it is about self control and staying calm in the middle of the storm. What is that? Okay. So thank you all for joining, and I appreciate the support. But like I said, it's not really about the views. It's not really about the likes. It's not really about how many subscribers I have. Um, this channel should not change, and I'm not talking about the quality, the quality of the presentation. I'm talking about the honesty and the transparency and the, just presenting the truth, presenting the facts, and not trying to drum up hype where there's really no hype. Yes, I can be speculative, and that's fine, but I know I have to do so responsibly. So, again, I'm not a financial advisor or expert, and this is not financial advice. So, what you do is up to you. Uh, but please do your own research. And Torchlight is looking very good. Uh, Stocks look really good when they're down, especially if you haven't bought them yet. Um, Canon is looking very good as well. Um, Again, two stocks that should be bought at this point in time. Pretty much, if you haven't bought them yet, just buy them tomorrow or very soon. Because if you don't, it's a bit of FOMO here. But let's look at these stocks and let's check back. Every so often. But I'm thinking, today is June the 23rd, 2021. Let's check back in and look at these same stocks by the end of the year and 6 months from now. Let's look at these stocks in December 23rd, or the end of December, or the end of the year, or the end of 2021. Let's see how they're doing. And do you really think Canaan will be down below $8 at this point in time, 6 months from now? Do you really think Torchlight, which will probably be known as metamaterial by that time, by this time, 6 months from now, do you really think it'll be trading below $5? Just sorry, I couldn't help myself. 6 months from now, $5. A lot can happen, not even just in 6 months, but just in a week or even a month. And going even greater to greater lengths. Again, this is Apex Investor. We're looking not just at 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. No, we're looking at the larger picture: 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, maybe even 10 years down the line. Let's look at this stock a year from now. Let's see where it is. June 23, 2022. I'm not going to guarantee that these stocks are higher than what they are valued today and the respective price per share, but I can almost guarantee it. I'm not going to, but I can almost. Like, if I could, $1 million or whatever amount of money, yeah, these will be higher. It's almost a certainty, almost a guarantee, but there are no guarantees. But I'm almost, I'm that sure because I don't want to make a guarantee. It's not something you should do. But I am that confident in these stocks that a year from now, they won't be at these prices, but significantly higher. So that's all I have for this stream. I just wanted to check in regarding the price of these stocks and these specific stocks, especially at Torchlight. Okay, I'm going to end the stream, and I'll check in whenever I feel it's relevant to check in. But especially with Torchlight, I feel like we're going to be doing probably more regular updates because of what's going to be happening in the next week when they finalize the merger, I believe on the 30th of June. So that's going to be very interesting. And especially in the coming weeks and months ahead, looking at especially Torchlight and just looking at crypto with Bitcoin, seeing how that will affect Canaan, Coinbase, and SOS. Okay, I'm just scanning, just looking at what happened with GME and AMC, so they didn't really fluctuate too much. They're pretty steady. They weren't really the movers today. It was all about Torchlight today. And before I end the stream, actually, you know what? I want to take a look at Wall Street Bets. I wanted to do that because I feel like this has been very much neglected. It has been ignored on Reddit, specifically Wall Street Bets, which has been getting all the attention, which again, I don't believe it's merited. Um, so let's just take a quick look before I close the stream, see if there's anyone talking about Torchlight and whether they do or don't. I don't really, it's not a big deal, but I just want to see if it is getting attention just for my own information and your information as well. All right, so far I've only seen Clover and Root and Tesla and GME, Workhorse. Okay. Yeah, Tesla is being shorted, but it's not a good time to buy Tesla because the price is high. We should wait for a dip. We should wait for the potential stock market crash, and that's when you buy Tesla when the market has crashed, because we all know it's a great stock. So it wouldn't hurt to wait for the crash, and you buy Tesla, or you're going to be making a lot of money, significant amount. All right. So I've been scrolling down. I don't see anything about. I just don't think they're allowed to post about Torchlight because what happened was I tried posting a similar stock. I think it was called what was that stock? It was basically an S pack. It was CCIV. Yeah, I was posting about that, which was basically Lucid Motors, and they are still known as CCIV. I posted a DD or some post on Wall Street Bets. They ended up banning me for a day because they don't believe in S packs. Like that's not something they want to promote, and that's to their that's their loss because there are a lot of great S packs. You shouldn't dismiss a stock just because it's an S pack. It's not the right strategy. It's not a good philosophy. But I mean, look, they're pushing Wish, and really, is that really a good company? Is that really have a lot of potential? I personally don't think so. Um, there's a lot of good S packs. A lot of them are EV companies. A lot of them are, you know, there might be potential Teslas and Apples there, um, but they have a bias against S packs. So that's why it's not being talked about on Torchlight is not being talked about or mentioned on Wall Street Bets, but a lot of the attention is coming from places like Yahoo Finance, like Stock Twits, and all that. So on Twitter, obviously on social media, people are also talking about it as well. So I'm gonna end the stream. I tend to have this bad habit where, especially with live streaming, I just don't end the stream right away. So I'm gonna just do that now. If there's any comments, I'll try to answer them this time. I feel bad. There's somebody who was in my stream and they're asking me questions and I didn't answer any of them. I just was kind of like, oh, I gotta go, and I was already tired. So I'm gonna look at your comments as what's up, what's up. Can you see the chat? Okay, I'm seeing them now. I operate a YouTube channel, Matt's Market. Ooh, nice name. It's like Trace Trades. Stopping by. Oh, thanks. Thank you very much for your support. I appreciate that. Appreciate you're taking the time. It means a lot. Check your chat. Okay, I just what's your price prediction? What's my price prediction? I think for December. You know what? That's a dangerous thing to predict an exact number by December. I just predict it'll be higher. It won't be $5. Let's just put it that way. But realistically, if you want to, and people don't do this, but I do it. So I'm going to just go ahead and give you a number. Um, Minimum, I'm going to be very conservative here. this is not my actual number. I'm going to say minimum $10 per share. And it's going to be known as meta material by that time in December, at least 10. If I would say a ceiling for December, you know what? That's tough. It's because I could be very wrong with the ceiling. It could go as high as 40, could go as high as 100. But you know what? I think 100 is a way too. I think I'm kind of, it's a bit of an exaggeration. I don't think it's going that high. No, no, $100. Yeah, I don't think it's going to $100 per share by December. I don't think that's realistic. Not realistic. I just don't think, I just don't see that happening. But I could be wrong. You know what? I think $10 is a pretty good estimate. It's a very conservative estimate, $10. Because again, by that time, people will realize it's not Torchlight, it's not some oil and gas company that is an archaic company, you know, that is just being phased out. And they're looking at the stats on the financials and just saying, oh yeah, things are not looking so great. Not really looking at what's going on with Meta Material, just using them as a shell company essentially. So we're going to see, well, hopefully, if they can deliver on what their their product is and the potential there, we could see, you know, at least $10, maybe as much as 40. But you know what? I think it's dangerous to say we have 40. It's also it's a good range. 10 to 40 is probably what we're going to look at. So maybe even 20. So 10 to 40. Okay, I'm going to answer your other questions. We're having a little chat here. Um, other question here. 100% gain. Well, I mean, if you look at where it was just a few months ago, talking about Torchlight again, it was at $2. I bought it at $2 and it went up to almost $11. So that is, what is that? That's like a 500% gain, isn't it? I don't think anyone expected AMC to go from $10 to 60. Like realistically, I'm talking about, you know, stock market experts, not the people on Reddit who, you know, did their research, they did their due diligence, they believed in the stock, they held it. And you know, unfortunately, however you want to say it, fortunately or unfortunately, I ended up switching teams from AMC to GameStop. And the week I did that, I thought I kind of won, but you know, it ends up I didn't really. I won, but I'm not as big a winner as I could have been if I just stuck with AMC because I had 1,000 shares and I bought them at, I can't remember, it was like $10 or less. So if I just onto that, I would have had whatever 50, 60,000 if I sold it around the height of the what just happened this month. So what I did instead, because I could see GME was making bigger gains, I ended up. I don't know if you follow my channel, but I ended up switching teams, and my portfolio doubled that same week. So was it? I think it was around. Let's just say it was 10,000. I think it was around 10,000 the portfolio, and then I sold AMC, went to GME, and then it went to 20,000 that same week. So I thought, oh, that's a good decision. But but little did I know AMC was going to go, you know, to 60. So would have went to 60,000. Okay, so I'm not holding AMC. That's the answer to that question. And am I into crypto? Yes, I've been into crypto since what year is that? 2016, I want to say. So for about 5 years now. However, um, the important thing with crypto is to pick the right coin. So that is Bitcoin or Ethereum. I just stick with those two. I don't know about Dodgy coin or Dogecoin or Dog coin. I don't even pronounce that, but the doggy one. I don't know what the potential with that is. You know, if you're familiar with it, then go ahead. But I feel like Bitcoin is really the way to go, and Ethereum. And then in terms of trading Bitcoin, you want to pick a very trustworthy site because I did deal with I thought was a trustworthy site at that time, but then ended up folding, and I lost. What was it 2 Bitcoin? I had 2 Bitcoin at one point, So yeah, that wasn't very pleasant at all. Losing 2 Bitcoin, especially knowing how much it was worth. What was that, 60,000 or more per Bitcoin? So that wasn't very pleasant, just to put it in that way. So yeah, pick a site that is very stable, like Coinbase. And then once you do that, just my own personal opinion, don't keep it in the market. So I mean, Coinbase isn't foolproof either. It could get shut down. I don't know how, but I mean, you never think it's going to happen to you till it happens to you. I watched many documentaries about Bitcoin, and a famous story is Mount Gox. Mount Gox, I believe, folded as well, and a lot of people lost their Bitcoin and whatever they were holding there in that trading platform. So that happened to me. I was Mount Gox too. A lot of people were Mount Goxed. The site was called Quadriga CX, and so my advice is, if you're into Bitcoin or crypto, invest in it when it's low, like pretty much now, and uh, and then store it on a physical device like a Trezor or whatever companies. There are many companies that have like a wallet, like a physical wallet. You can store your Bitcoin or whatever your crypto is. But Trezor, that's the one I bought, and it did the job because I was able to store some Bitcoin uh, before that happened. So I kind of had the foresight to save Bitcoin offline and keep. I mean, most of it was online, but I saved a little bit into that storage, into the cold storage, just in case. Just who knows, right? Just as an insurance policy, and so that amount of Bitcoin that I have left over, like it's worth a lot. And I thought, wow, that was actually a good decision to do that, to keep some offline. But my advice is just to keep it all offline. Just sit on it because Bitcoin is really something that just is going to appreciate over time, and you just want to ignore it over the years. You're just gonna wait for it to hit a million or whatever it's gonna get to eventually. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say for now. Thank you very much, Matt. And I'm going to take a look at your channel. You probably have like, I don't know what your channel is like, but let me just take a look. Take a look on this live stream. Yeah, it's a good community. The stock market community on YouTube, the Reddit community there. Super Stonk is one of my favorites. I mean, I don't go on those subreddits as much as I used to, but oh, look at that! I'm right there on the front page. Okay, all right, I'm gonna go see if I can find your channel. Is it Matt's Markets? Let's take a quick look. Good name. You picked a good name. It's very it's a catchy name. Thanks. You know what? I I'm just gonna be really truthful. Not that I'm not confident in the content. I feel like the content, it's just, if it doesn't speak to me, if it doesn't speak to my heart, and like uh it's not emotional based, but I mean, if I just don't feel the stock or whatever I'm presenting, I just won't do it. I'm not gonna just force it and be like, okay, I'm gonna talk about AMC again for 10th day in a row or 100th day in a row. Um, I will only bring up a stock or whatever that I'm really really feeling. And what I was trying to say is that I know the quality of what I'm doing in terms of the video camera, and I mean my setup isn't too bad in terms of this, in terms with this equipment here with the microphone and the headphones and all that. But I don't know, production wise, like it's not going to be like a what do you call it, like CNN or something where it looks like a professional, like it's professionally done. But um, I don't know. I'd like that to improve, but that means I have to spend more money on equipment and just trying to connect it to YouTube and to find a way to like streamline that. I mean, maybe that will be down the road when I'm more successful and my portfolio is bigger and I can afford to just, buy a camera and all that stuff. But that's not really my priority. My priority is just to, share advice and all that. But I do appreciate it. And I see you've got over 1,000 subscribers. It's really good. Congratulations. And looks like you're on your way to just let it to snowball there, and over 100,000 views. So that's only going to go up. Just keep at it, and that's great. And I like your little slogan there: "Teach a man to fish." Give a man a fish, he eats for a day. Teach a man to fish, he eats for a lifetime. Very wise proverb. I think there was a little comic strip where somebody was fishing, and it said hedge funds. It showed hedge funds, and they're fishing out of the man's bucket. Like, that is a very apt analogy there in that comic form. Yeah, it looks like you have videos on Dogecoin. Yeah, I'm not really even sure how to. Not even sure how the potential is. I haven't really taken an honest look at Dogecoin. I mean, cryptocurrency is very what's the word? I'm gonna be very careful with my words, but I'm not gonna say volatile. They aren't. They're more. They're very much long term plays, and I don't know too much about Dogecoin or Dogecoin to really comment on that. I mean, I could take a look at the chart for Dogecoin and just see. Very curious to see what's going on with that. It looks like you're very much covering a crypto in your channel. My recommendation, if you haven't watched any of Quick Fingers Luke, it's one word: Quick Fingers Luke, Luc, Luke, Luc. So if you look at his stuff, oh my goodness, that guy. I wouldn't even do a channel if I hadn't watched his channel because I would know next to nothing. But because I watched his videos kind of repeatedly and really got familiar with um, being able to analyze charts. It really helped me to be calm about things and just look at things from a bigger picture. Although he did more like trades where he's looking at 1 week, the 1 week chart, the 1 month chart, but he doesn't really zoom out to like 1 year. That's what I do. I just I look at the bigger picture. So I'm gonna look at Doge. So yeah, please if you do have time, look at Quick Fingers Luke. If you haven't heard of him already, he has very, very good very simplified ways to look at the technical analysis. That's what his specialty. Looking at support, where's the real support, true support, where's the resistance. So that helps you to determine what's your entry point, what's the best entry point, and what is the best, selling price or price target. And also, uh, you also want to look at where's the volume coming in. So where can you see that a lot of the support would be like true support. So you're looking at the volume and you're looking at the rebounds and how is there really a big bounce? There's just a lot more that he describes in much better terms than I can at this moment. So Dogecoin looks like okay, 52-week range. Wow, this has really been. It was at 0.002 cents. Wow. Yeah, it's taken a hit. It's actually a really good time to buy Dogecoin. Full transparency, this is a really good buy at under 20 cents. Anything, even now is a good price, but preferably I'd like it under 20 cents. And you could sell that, you know what? You could even hold it if it gets to $1. Oh my goodness, you'd make a killing. I don't know if it's going to get to $1, but I could definitely see it going right back up to 60 cents or 73 cents. It was at the 52-week high, 73 cents. Yeah, that'll definitely go back up, I think. I mean, you know what? That's not a good thing to say. I'm not going to say it's definitely going to go back up, but there's a high chance it will go up to at least 37. At least 37. 37 is pretty safe because it already touched that just recently in May 31st. So, how much volume is this seeing? what does that say? 4 billion? Is there really a 4 billion just today? Yeah, 4 billion. Wow. Market cap 29 billion. Yeah, this thing is for real. But again, I feel like yeah, Bitcoin is the gold standard, obviously, and then you have Ethereum and Dogecoin. Yeah, there's potential there. I mean, at that price, it's again. I know nothing about Dogecoin except or Dogecoin. You know, whatever the doggy coin. I know nothing about it except there's a dog. There's the Shiba Inu there. That's all I know about it. And then the name is Dogecoin. So I know nothing about practicality. Can you use it, you know, in software? I know nothing about it, just the name and that it's like a meme. This is out of my realm right now. Totally out of my realm. But just looking at the chart again, great price at under 20 cents. Really good price. And then you could possibly just flip that at 50 cents, sell it at 40 to 50 cents if you buy that at 20. So pretty much you're doubling or tripling it at that point. So yeah, I'd like to share my screen, but you know what? That'll take a Zoom. I have to do that Zoom thing where I share my screen and then I upload it later. Oh, there's a lot of comments that just happened. What the heck? Okay. uh, I like. Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. Thank you. You know what? I'm not. I know you said you'll get there, man. I'm not really. It's not my goal is to get there. My priority is just to grow my portfolio. And doing this channel, I realized that I do this anyway. So whether I record it and I'm talking about it, I'm just gonna do this anyway. I'm gonna do this, looking at my tabs and look at crypto, look at these stocks. I'm just whatever I'm thinking in my head, I'm just talking. I'm just speaking what's my inner monologue. I'm just speaking it out. And so I figured, maybe someone wants to listen to it. I don't know. Maybe it could help somebody because I feel like there's a lot of new investors, a lot of young people who are getting into stocks and crypto and all that, or whatever it is, and they want to grow their money. Times are hard, and it's hard to afford a house. It's hard to support your family or whatever it is. So maybe this will be helpful. Hopefully, so that's pretty much why I'm doing this. I figure, why would I just do it for myself? I help people. If I've seen what I've been led. I'm gonna say it like God has led me to like Nintendo, where I invested in that before the Wii came out, and then I was $10,000 richer. So I made all the money that I spent on video games, made that all back. I think I spent 10,000. I don't know, but probably less than that. I feel like, wow, that was a great gift. I should also help people too. Shouldn't just keep it to myself. I feel like that's so selfish just to, oh, Apple, they're coming out with the phone. That's going to be massive. And, I didn't buy their stock because I didn't have money back then. But imagine you invested in Apple before their iPhone came out. Oh my goodness. And then Netflix, I bought that at like $30. Oh, just thinking about that. I bought it at $30. I had so many shares and I sold it at what was that, 70 or 80? Because I didn't see it going to, 500 and they're buying up all these studios. It wasn't the sensation that it is right now. Netflix. Yeah. So let me answer some of these questions and comments here. I covered AMC too hard. What do you mean? You can't cover it too hard. You just cover it. You do your best. You do your best, and that's all you can do. Do your best, and that's all. I mean, if anyone complains or whatever, you gave it your best shot, and that's all that counts. That's all that matters. Did I see the Bollinger Bands near close? Are you talking about Torchlight, about Bollinger Bands? You know what? I'm just gonna be completely transparent. I'm not an expert in these technical analysis kind of waveforms and patterns and arithmetic and logarithms. All I know is I can find the support and I can find the resistance. So I'm not into those kinds of things. I was gonna say Schrodinger's cat, but that's not one of those. It's the well, you mentioned one of them, but Trey does seem to mention another one. Forgot what it's called, but he seems to reference this one too. I just forgot the name right now; it just escapes me. Again, I'm not an expert in that. I just find the simplest way to find the support and to find the resistance. So look at Quick Fingers Luke. He's very good at simplifying it. I feel like it gets a little too not just complex. It's not the complexity that is that discourages me, but that turns me off. It's that people can rely too much on those formulas to the point that they're like, oh, it has to, it's going this way and it's gonna go this way, but it's not always a guarantee because when you have a news catalyst or you have someone going bankrupt, I'm talking about a company, not a person, but you have a, you know, let's just say Tesla, God forbid, Tesla goes bankrupt tomorrow. It doesn't matter what kind of formula you're using, nothing's going to prevent that or nothing's going to reverse that. News catalysts are a lot of the times very, they're more powerful than a lot of things that formulas that can predict or seem to predict where the price is going, where the stock is going. Okay, so that's for that comment. Did an interview with Houston Wade. Oh, nice. I don't know. You know what? I don't know who Houston Wade is, so I don't know. I'm saying nice, but that's good. It's good to do interviews. I've done some interviews, not with this channel, with other channels, related to other topics, but it's nice. It's nice to do an interview with somebody, especially if they're in the same room as you. But if you do it over Zoom, it's still good. I mean, it's nice to have other voices, not just talking to yourself, so you feel like you're in an echo chamber or that you're just crazy. You're talking to yourself. Dustin, which stock? Oh, I think he meant Torchlight, but you know what? I'm not sure. Yeah, okay, good. Still can't believe Torchlight was 21 cents. Oh my goodness. Yeah, wow. Was it really 21 cents? Oh my god. Oh my oops, sorry. I don't want to say god, but I mean, oh my goodness. Yeah, if you you bought that at 21 cents, let's just say you bought a million of those. Oh, okay. Just go retire. You have more money than you can ever spend. Right. All right. I'll teach you some crypto. Yeah, crypto's great. Cardano, yeah, I've heard of that. I was very much into crypto and I was looking at all these coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and at the time, I think it was 2016, Ripple was just becoming a thing, and I thought Ripple's gonna go, it's gonna go places, but I don't know how that's doing now. But I was very much into that one. There was another one as well. I think I forgot the name. Yeah, I'm not gonna pretend to remember the name, but it was like X. There's like an X in there. Anyway, they had a cool symbol too. It looked like a black diamond. Ethiopia. Okay, I hope I'm not reading anything that'll get me banned on YouTube. You guys gonna type something and I read it, and then YouTube will just ban my channel because I'm not allowed to say this word or whatever. Ethiopia. Let me just read it in my head first. Smart contracts coming out. What do you mean smart contracts for what? For what? What is the contract for? I'm super excited about the smart con. Is that Ethereum? Okay, it's related to Ethereum. Yeah. Oh my goodness, Ethereum is that's just beyond my. Oh, sorry for that shaking. I don't know. I really don't know too much about those kinds of applications in terms of smart contracts. I heard they can even do like software and like games. I don't know if that's true, like a Tamagotchi or something. But there's so many applications for Ethereum. It's incredible. They want to help mankind. Who? Ethereum? Okay, there's someone crying here or laughing. Reminds me of the cat too. I went all in on some. Okay, I'm gonna just read your comments. I hope it's okay. July 16 call options. Which call option did you go all in on? Okay, be careful of the options. Oh my god, yeah. I mean, oh my goodness, options. You know what? I'm not even gonna go to options. I'm not even gonna talk about that because I'm not gonna talk about something I know next to nothing about. I think I'm not an expert in that. I'd rather just buy the stock, just buy the stock as is, full value, and it's all about being well for me at least. It's about being long and not shorting a stock. Like, why would you want to put a company, out of business? It's so devious. Call options just out of the money. You know what? I think the more you'll do it, the more you do options, the more experience you'll get and the more comfortable you get. But at the same time, yeah, there's a lot of risk involved. So you know what? You got to be very just. I would just kind of bet. I hate to use this word, but I would just bet the money that you're not afraid to lose. So let's say you made $1,000 profit of whatever it is AMC. So you have that 1,000 to just play around with on options. So if you lose it, you're going, it's okay, it's all right, and then hurt myself with that. Torch. Oh, Torchlight is helping mankind. Yeah, I feel like I feel like you're probably right. I like to do call options out of the money. Okay, when they were booming. I know easy to get caught up. Oh man, I don't want to close this chat because I feel like you know what, just oh man, I find a way to contact each other. I'm not gonna say how to do it, but keep in touch. That's good. Thank you guys. Appreciate it very much. Yeah, it means a lot. It's nice to just chat because, especially if you've been in isolation. I don't know what your situations are, but if you're in isolation, it's a little rough. And you don't get to like socialize, so it's nice to do that, even in a limited way like this. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just reading the comments, but you know what? Are you in ISO? Oh, am I in isolation? I was gonna say ISO. What stock is that? ISO? What is ISO? No, I mean, are we in isolation? I mean, that is there are regulations. There are regulations where yeah, when you go into a store or whatnot, then you'd have to put on a mask or social distance. It just depends on where you're living. I mean, some places have more strict regulations and some are like opening up. I know in some places in America, they've opened up like to 100% capacity, like in Las Vegas, for example. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And some places have removed the mask mandate. He was talking about a stock. Yeah, I'm going to, buy ISO tomorrow options. Then it turns out ISO is not a stock. Actually, there might be an ISO stock. I don't know if it would be a good ticker symbol. It would be catchy, but I don't know if it would be the best one. Probably better ones. Like some troll kind of control the stock market. I think that's what they were doing Wall Street Bets too. They're trying to mislead people on what GME and AMC were. So we used like code names. I think we used like, I mean, it was going to be a little vulgar, but like CUM, we used that at one point. Like, what are they talking about? So it was kind of a troll thing that they did there. Okay, guys. I hope you guys found each other's way to contact each other or what. I don't know if you want to do that, but whatever. I don't want to cut off this conversation. There's a lot of smileys being posted there. Okay. All right. I'll let you patent it. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Just make an ISO coin. How about that? Try that. Do your own crypto coin, ISO coin, or whatever you want to do with ISO. All right. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Appreciated it. I mean, appreciated this. Thank you very much. I don't usually chat this much on my chats or on my streams, but um, thank you very much. Yeah, respect back to you. So again, I don't really do streams very regularly. Oh, I still going to the moon. Definitely, yeah. That's gonna become a thing, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, I don't do streams too often or even uploads. It's just when I'm genuinely about excited or just there's something going on. And Torchlight, yeah, is very much happening in the next 5 days. June 30th, we all know what's happening there, right? That's when the merger is finalized there. So it's going to be very exciting to see the uh, what happens from that point forward because yeah, it's going to be. I feel like the next 5 days leading up to the eventual merger that the shorts are going to attack it, and that's what's happening. It's happened the last 2 days. that they've been attacking this stock, Torchlight. Not whether they realize it or not, they whether they realize not matter, meta material is really what it's going to be. It's like a caterpillar going to become this butterfly of meta material, and it's just gonna who knows how great that's going to be. But whether they're attacking it, they're purposely just because they're short sighted and they don't see meta material and the potential there. But in either case, yeah, they're attacking it. But once the merger is finalized, it's going to be a little more difficult to just short it, especially when they see a lot of things going on and they realize this is a legit company that isn't. I'm not saying Torchlight is incompetent, but I mean it's not in that same. It's not the same like level where you have Torchlight as an oil company and they weren't doing so great, whereas Metamaterial is just going to take them by surprise and go, "What the heck? Okay, we got to leave because we're gonna get burned big time." All right, let me just read the rest of these comments here. It seems like there's more chat going on. Hey, thanks. I appreciate this chat. This was fun just chatting with you guys. I really do appreciate it. Try chatting more. I know. Don't get me started on the Mune. What is the Mune? MEWN. Is that the moon or the Mune like some kind of creature like a Pokemon? Mew. Safer Moon. Safer Moon pissed me off. Okay, I don't know what safe. Oh, Safe Moon. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. Was it a scam? I don't know what Safe Moon is. You know what? It's funny, the Apex thing, how did I even come up with that? It was really because I was making the worst trades. Well, not the worst trades, but the worst it was with GME and AMC, right? Specifically GME. I bought GME at $60 and I think I sold it at 90. I can't remember right now, but anyway. And then I bought it again around 90 and it was just hard to predict where it was going. And then went to 500 and I bought some like because I realized, oh, this might go to 1,000 because I've never seen anything like this in my whole life besides Bitcoin. Buying some like at 300 and going, what the hell am I doing? But anyway, I made the order and I realized, oh, I am not making good trades. I'm not being smart about it. I'm just being, I'm just being like, I'm in this wave of everything going on. I'm just, all this hype is just moving me. And I'm just kind of like, I can't control myself. I feel like, oh, what am I doing? I'm just so excited and to the moon. Like it'll only go up, and then it went down to like what is that 60 or 120? It went down a lot after that kind of gamma squeeze they had because I thought it's just going to keep going up and it'll never stop going up. And then that dream was shattered, and I realized, you know what? I have to change the whole way I approach the stock market. I can't be manipulated by my own emotions and I can't give in to the fear, uncertainty, demand. I can't give in to like being glued to my screen. Like I'm just watching the stock or whatever stock. You're just watching on your phone, like, oh my God, it's like 100% up. Oh, now it's down. Oh, now it's up. Like I should sell. No, I should buy. Like that's not healthy. So what I did is what I should have done is just, okay, look at the chart. Clearly we can see that let's just take AMC. AMC goes to 60. So let's put a limit sell at 60 and just don't worry about it. When it sells, you get the email like, "Oh, you got sold," and then when you buy it again, you can say 45. That's really good support. Oh, actually, I'm more towards 20, but whatever. Let's just say 45, and you put in the order, and you just forget about it. And if it gets filled, it gets filled. But you don't keep moving the goalposts and saying, "Oh, I'm going to lower my price because I don't know if it's going to meet the price." Just don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. And that's what the apex investor kind of attitude is. Just don't worry about it because you're confident in the research you've done and that the stock market will go up and it will go down. That's just life. And don't worry about it. So that's why I don't like to do live streams during the market hours. I think it's a very bad idea, but you know what? To each their own, right? Okay, here we go. More comments. Tyler from Option Drops started picking at people. What? Always talking about going to the moon. Oh man, you know what? I hate to. I'm not going to pick on anyone for whatever they pick, to be honest, because not just because I'm trying to get along with people, because that's not what I'm trying to do, but because I've been proven wrong. AMC has proven me wrong. And if I say, oh, it's not going to go to 1,000, I really don't know that because I didn't see it going to 60. And for this long, it's been like at 60 for the whole month. I, when they're saying the short squeeze is going to happen, I'm not saying this is a short squeeze, but who foresaw this going to 60 for a whole month? Maybe for, a week at the most or 3 days, but a whole month of 60. I mean, yeah, it's been up and down, but it's on average, it's been around 50, 60, right? AMC. So I'm not going to put anyone down for, oh, to the moon because they believe that and they should have hope. But I just hope that, I also hope that they bought in at a good price, that they're not buying too high because that's also dangerous too. Because that's what I did. Although when I bought AMC, it was only like $9, $10. He started saying we're going to the moon. Oh my goodness. Uh, I just got. I'm sorry. I just don't. Yeah, I don't like that. The Mune. Oh my gosh. BitConnect. I don't know what BitConnect is. That a new coin like Bitcoin Cash? Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, I don't know what time it is over there, but for me, it's like past midnight. So I'm gonna log off. But yeah, I had a really fun time. Thank you very much, Matt and Dustin. I hope you don't mind me saying your names on the the live stream. I mean, some people are paranoid on the internet. Like, don't say my name, man. I want them to know who I am. I'll just say your first names. 'Cause if I say the whole name, then maybe they'll, someone will Google you like, oh, I found him. Oh, here he is. Okay. You can always change your name. Just say, or just use an alias, like what I do. Just call yourself, ISO Man or whatever. ISO Man. I don't know. Moon Man. Actually, it's not too bad. Moon Man could work. All right, guys. Have a good night. Thank you very much. And till next time, I feel like I should do more live streams like this, but the reason I don't is because I want to give you something to look at that is not just a face. I'd rather have a screen where you can look at the chart and you can say, okay, here's support, here's resistance, and this is the volume. So I'm not just telling you numbers and just believe what I'm saying. I just don't feel that. I don't know. I'd rather look at the numbers. So anyway, Lysol. What's Lysol? I mean, why would I say Lysol? Oh, ISO man. Yeah, Lysol man. Oh my goodness, Lysol man. Yeah, that's a copyright. You might get sued if you use Lysol coin. Lysol coin. Hey, good night, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, have a good one. God bless you. Good night. I didn't click end yet, so I don't know if this is still running. But I'm right about to click end. It says, Do you want to end this stream?" But yeah, not yet. End. Okay, gonna end it. Let's take off the headphones. It's official. When the headphones come off, it's official.